Hello everyone, this is Sloth from Sloth and Moose yet again. I've been doing these commentaries by myself a lot lately, so figured I'd keep trying to get my skill up on this commentating world and continue doing what I'm doing. So, we're going to watch my perspective this game. I did cast a Slush versus Dalai Lama game, and it was a ZVZ if y'all want to go check that out. Real quick, I'm playing against JoeofArc. He is a platinum level player, I believe, platinum level player, and it was a 1v1 on Scrap Station. A little bit about Scrap Station. Of course, I'm going to go through what everybody goes through when they talk about this map. The very short air distance from here to here. So that's a really short air distance. The mutas are really big on this map. If you're going against Protoss, Void Rays, so on and so forth. Another obvious thing that people always point out is this expansion right here for Zerg is very easy to hold down. You do have these rocks, but there's no way to get in from up here. You have a very narrow choke right here between your main and your natural. So it's really easy to hold down 15 hatch, which is what I do in this game. As I've said, I've been using that a lot lately. It benefits you so much mid-game to late game. The only reason you shouldn't go is if you scout like a very cheesy rush or a proxy barracks or if you're doing some cheese rush like a 6 pull or something. Of course you won't do it. But 15 pull, this little sucker's going out here to get my hatch. I do send my Overlord over here, scout out to this gateway. And what else do I scout out? And then I'll tell you what was my mindset after that. You did see a probe go out, his scout to go out. I didn't send a scout because I had my Overlord already over here. See this gateway, blah, 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 it's getting up. My hatch is also going up. My pull should be going up, even though I messed up a little bit. I think 200 minerals goes down, I'll get my spawning pool. I always put it right here for some reason. Middle right of my creep, I always put it right there. But yeah, my Overlord's over here, pylon, gateway. He ends up going something else, but I thought he did. Maybe that was a different game. This was a couple days ago. I played this game, decided to cast it just now. Oh, yep, there it is. So, Cybernetics Core. I thought this was the game he went to Forge. Nope, that was another one. That was another one on Scrap Station I played the other day. Went Forge, and I was going to talk about how this probe would probably try and proxy me off, but that was not this game. But that is a good thing to remember if you do see an early Forge from a player. Expect an early cannon off or early cannon rush and find that probe and take them out as quickly as possible. Spawning pool's almost up. I'm gonna have enough minerals to get my first queen. My hatch should be up close to when my spawning pool's up. You're gonna want to get your second queen. You're gonna either want to, like this late in the game, you're probably gonna either have your second gas, and you're either going to get your second queen from your natural, or you're going to get your first queen out of either your natural or your main, and your other one's going to go lair if you're going some kind of tech 2-base build. But this build, I do decide to go roaches. I watched Starcraft, one of his replays the other day, and talking about how most players expect like a heavy muta build on this map just because of the short distance, and he talked about how he liked to go roaches instead just to kind of throw people off, and that was my mindset this game. So that first queen just got down. I am getting my second queen just now. I'll hopefully start getting this saturated. I do have to get a few Zerglings out just in case. And yeah, pretty good saturation on my main already. I could probably go ahead and get my second gas, but or my lair, probably my lair because I have so much gas right now. Start getting some roach speed, maybe burrow, turtling claws, so on and so forth. Because right now it looks like I'm going to be focused mainly on roaches. Based on what I have and droning up so much. I've only got, how many Zerglings? I've only got 8 Zerglings for defense right now and 2 queens, so he could probably do a pretty heavy 4-gate timed attack on me right now before I got all these roaches out. He should probably push in right now, but I'm sure he doesn't know that. He didn't scout it out. So one thing I did expect him to do, because a lot of Protoss players like to do this, they like to wall off down here, because look at how narrow that choke is. If you wall off down here as well, and which he might be at this point, because I'm not really sure. I can't really see. I haven't sent another scout. I don't do the best of scouting this game, but I should. This Overlord's kind of flying around trying to scout out some hidden tech or anything, but they like to wall off down here so that they can take this early expansion really quickly. So I do have a few roaches out now. I'll bring up the production chart for you. Actually, no, I won't. That's kind of cheating on my part because I don't want to remember what he's doing. Still droning up pretty hard. I do finally get my second gas. And it's not a bad thing to be oversaturated on your main, because of course you're going to be throwing down tech buildings. That gas took away a drone, spawning pools, drone, blah 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 blah. Any buildings you build, it's going to take away another one. So oversaturation is not a terrible thing as Zerg in my opinion, but I'm not a pro. So I probably could transfer a few from my main, but of course I'm always more comfortable having them in my main because I always feel more comfortable in my main based on the fact that I feel I can hold it off a lot easier. I didn't mention it, but there's my lair right there. Another drone goes down for an Evo chamber. Hopefully I'll be getting Glio Reconstitution. That Evo chamber, of course, is going to be for level 1 upgrades. I do see this right here by this Overlord. I do see this. This is his 4-gate push right here. He sets up a proxy pylon right now. See about 6 or 7 zealots right there, a couple sentries, maybe a stalker in the mix. I don't know. When you go pretty heavy sentry mix, it's probably, see right here, all these larvae right here. I decided I have to pump out some units because I didn't think I had enough right here. But I do my best to kite these zealots, but charge kicks in a second. As you'll see, there it goes. It's right there. It got worked in, and they're pretty low on health. So I'm doing a pretty good job of kiting them, and I take out all the zealots, and all I've got left is this 2 stalkers and a sentry. It doesn't really do much with the sentry. I was expecting some force fields or something, but this guy, you'll see how force fields, I remember that part that much, but you'll see how good force fields work later in this game. But he does have these 4 zealots trying to get up out of here, but I do have speed on my lings, but I decide, hey, I need to back out because he turns around for a couple seconds and attacks those lings for a minute. He will probably take all those Zerglings out, so I decided to save them. As that was happening, I did get my Hydrogen down, and I should get my 3rd gas soon. Didn't really need it that much, but I did have this Evo chamber down. I did want to get another Evo chamber to start getting armor upgrades, because at this point, he has map control, and Protoss players that have map control normally like to expand, and if they expand, well, the one thing I do have right here is good overload placement right here. I can scout out this expansion if he gets it, but a lot of Protoss players like to expand at this point in the game when they have good map control. He is holding the center of the map. He's got a sentry, and I'm sure he's got a little bit more over here, but my Overlord doesn't really see it. Could have moved a little bit closer just to scout out his army composition. But getting the first, of course, the missile attacks, because that's going to favor my Hydralisk and my Roaches. And I've got a decent force right now, running off 2 base. Not very good saturation on my natural. Alright saturation right there. I did get Overlord speed so I could go in here and scout, and I saw he had 2, 3, 4 gates, a Robo, Twilight, which is the only reason he got that Twilight was for charge. And I do scout this this here expansion right now. As soon as you get Overlord speed, guys, you can pretty much keep those Overlords alive, especially against Protoss. But Terran forces can usually take out your Overlords a lot easier, just because the most Terrans, whatever build they're normally going, will normally include quite a bit of Marines. So Overlord speed is very helpful when trying to scout, and even like morphing him into an Overseer, because I think it actually boosts their health, but y'all can check me on that if I'm wrong. I'm not positive. I did get the Groove Spines, which of course gives them the extra attack range. I'm sorry I was zoomed in all that time, but level 1 attacks is about to be done, which is going to favor these Roaches quite a bit. What does it do? 16 to probably 18. We will see very soon. 18. Please be 18. Make me look good. Make me look good. Make me look good. Come on now. 18. Yes, I'm right. Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm satisfied I did get this 3rd gas now. I do have this Overlord place right here. I don't know what this lone Zealot out here is doing. Still got those 2 Zealots right here, and I don't know where that sentry went. Mainly when you see, all he had in that battle was that one all he had was that one sentry and 2 stalkers, which